I'm going to I'm going to review the dice game from on this day on January 2nd of '06. Alyssa Prime played dice game for an automobile. Now the first number, the price of the automobile was a 1. The first die, she rolls one of the 4 dice. On her first roll of the die, Alyssa rolled a 6. And the 6 was not the next number to price that was not the next number to price that car. The 6 the car was not $16,000. We know then the second number had to be lower than 6. So it had to be at least $15,000. Probably. That's one way the price of the car could be, the actual retail price would be nowadays. I don't think it's not going to be worth less than that. Well, let's see her second roll of the die. Alyssa rolled the second die. On roll number 2, she got a 1, which the next number was correct. That means she has 2 numbers, 2 digits, or actually the first 3 digits correct. And it didn't have to worry Drew or Alyssa. And it came down to her third roll of the die, where she rolled the 2. Now, was the next number of the price of the car? Was it worth at least 120 something? No, it wasn't. So Alyssa said the next number should be higher than 2. It's kind of a good thing to do. And her last roll of the dice game, her fourth die, on her last roll of the die, she rolled a 5. And is 5 the last number of the price of the car? No. Yes, it is 5. Actually, it was a 5. That means Alyssa Prime has 1 number to go to win that, 1 more number. So she had 2, so that she has 4. Now, to reveal the actual retail price of the car, the first number was a 1. The next number was lower than 6. It was a 5. 15,000. The next number was already rolled as a 1, as well as the last number being rolled as a 5. Now 15,001 blank 5. That's the only we have to worry for the fourth number. The fourth number is the only number that Drew has to worry of. Drew was saying that Drew doesn't think that it's not going to have another 1 on the price of the car, because that's the only way Alyssa could lose the car, because she rolled a 2. It has. Then she said it was higher than 2. Now, this one worries. This one kind of worries Drew. It kind of worries me. Here we go. We're about to reveal the fourth number of the price of the car. Was it higher than 2? And when it was revealed, the actual number was the fourth number, the price of the car, higher than 2? Well, I have to tell you this. to start the dice game in '06. The number was higher, and it was a 4. 4, you win. Alyssa, she won the automobile. Drew Carey rebuilt it, and he was correct. The actual retail price of the automobile was $15,145. That was a win back 17 years ago, January 2nd of '06. And that was my dice game review from January 2nd of '06 with Drew Carey hosting. Well, I'm glad to know that would be the Drew Carey version of the dice game win. And that was a way to start '06 with that win. As a matter of fact, is I had a flashback January 2nd of '06. You see, that was the day that I didn't know that it was a school day. As a matter of fact, back in '06, I didn't know that there was going to be school. But I stayed home watching that Price is Right episode and that dice game win. That was exciting to see. Well, because, here in Houston, Alief ISD back then, I didn't know it was a school day, but it was pretty empty school day because of loss of the hurricane that happened in that school year. That's why it was a school makeup day 17 years ago, and I didn't know that it was. That was before I had my bad day back in Valentine's Day at school. Well, I'm not gonna get into that, a lot of that. Well, but that was a good dice game win to see. That was, like I said, the way to start the dice game win back in '06. January 2nd to be exact. Monday. And that's how it was back in '06. And this has been Rudy Iraeta. I'm going to sign off for this review of the dice game. I want to thank Drew Carey and Alyssa Prin for Prime for that game, for that dice game win. And shout out to Putt King, because he had the video. Well, I know. Thank you, Lulu. Yeah, I already uploaded. I'm thinking about making an animated version of the dice game win. But I'll see you in another one of my reviews. Well, that ends the dice game. So, it's Rudy Iraeta signing off.